75% of small business owners don't have a marketing plan. And if you're that stat, it's a big part of the reason that you hate marketing. Because when you don't have a marketing plan, you're flying by the seat of your pants every time you finally do manage to sit down and do some kind of marketing. And when you're flying by the seat of your pants, it means you have to make big decisions right in that moment. And that isn't usually the kind of situation that breeds good decisions. But you're pressed for time and you probably don't really know where to start with this. It's kind of why you don't have a marketing plan. So let me show you how. Hi, I'm Tayler, a small business marketing consultant and one of the co-founders of Enji, which is software that helps you plan, do, and review your own marketing. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through the steps to create a marketing plan for your small business. And I promise it's way easier than you think it's going to be. But a quick side note, the fastest way for you to get a marketing plan for your small business is with Enji. Because all you need to do is play a game of 20 questions with this software, and it'll customize a plan for you based on how I would put one together if you had hired me as a consultant. And you can start your free trial at enji.co and create yours in about 5 minutes. But if you want to do it the old-fashioned way, keep watching this video. So the first step to create a marketing plan for your small business is to write down your goals. Because everything you include in your marketing plan should help you make progress toward those goals. And if something you're considering won't help you make progress toward those goals, guess what? It doesn't get included, no matter how much pressure you feel that you should be doing that thing. But as you think about your goals, don't set too many. Because unless you have a full marketing team who can divide and conquer, you probably want to keep your goals to 3 max. Because in my experience as a consultant, it's probably what you have the capacity to wrap your head around as a small business owner who is doing their own marketing. The next step in creating a marketing plan is to think of your ideal customers and clients. Because these are the people that you're doing marketing for. And again, what you need to decide to include in your marketing plan is going to need to help you attract and convert those people into people who are just discovering you, into people who are paying you. Now, I'm not going to go super deep into customer personas here, and I've linked a blog post that does in the video description for you. But I will tell you this. A customer persona you can really do something with doesn't focus on how old they are or what they do for work or where they shop. It focuses on the problem that they have and how you are going to solve it. Now, don't get me wrong, the demographics are helpful, but at the end of the day, your marketing needs to work in the same way your customer's brain does. So this is so much more about psychology than anything else. And once you understand who they are, how they think, and where they consume information, you will have very helpful information to help you move on to the next step in creating your marketing plan. And that next step in creating your marketing plan is to pick your marketing channels, aka the places that you'll do your marketing. And just like I want you to stay focused on your goals, you absolutely need to stay focused with where you are going to be doing your marketing. And my recommendation is to pick no more than 3 marketing channels that you would actively need to put energy into. Now, if you're wondering about referrals and word of mouth marketing, those don't need to count toward your 3. What I'm talking about is not picking more than 3 channels that require a decent amount of energy. Things like social media, blogging, email marketing, podcasting, you get it, right? But here is where the real decision making starts. Because you should pick marketing channels that A, are going to help you reach your goals, and B, are places your ideal customers and clients hang out. Now, it's simple to say, but a little bit harder to make decisions around. So don't just pick 3 and move on. Be very intentional about picking your marketing channels. Which brings us to the last step in creating a marketing plan, which is mapping out what you're going to do and how often. But this isn't about getting into the weeds. Meaning, this is not the moment that you're mapping out what blog topics you're going to write about for the rest of the year, or planning, specific Instagram reels that you're going to create in the future. That's your content plan, and that's a different thing. What I'm talking about is coming up with the structure that is essentially your routine of what high level you will do and how often. For example, if blogging is one of your marketing channels, maybe you decide to publish 2 new blog posts a month. Or if social media is one of your marketing channels, maybe you decide you're going to be active on Instagram and TikTok, and you're going to create 2 videos a week that you'll repurpose between the 2. See, you have to make these decisions first before you jump into the weeds of what each piece of content is going to be. And this is a big mistake that a lot of people make, and one that makes creating a marketing plan so much bigger than it needs to be. But as you do this, please, 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 please be realistic about how much time you have to spend on marketing every week. Because if you're not, you're setting yourself up for failure. And this is not the point here. That's not the point at all. You want to create a marketing plan that you can actually do. And those are the steps, the 4 steps that it takes to create a marketing plan for your small business. I told you it's easier than you thought. But there is this thing that I know also lives in the back of your mind about doing this yourself. And that's that you don't trust yourself that you're going to make the right decisions. And I think you should give yourself more credit than that, because you can make these decisions. You are the business owner. But that's also why Enji is here to help create your marketing plan for you. And it takes care of 99% of the decision making for you so that you can feel confident about it, because you now know that there's a marketing consultant behind it. So if you're hesitating at creating your marketing plan at all, start your free trial of Enji and spend the 5 minutes taking the questionnaire so Enji can create your marketing plan for you. But regardless of how you go about it, I want you to just create a marketing plan, because small business owners who have a documented marketing plan are 3 times as likely to rate their marketing as very or extremely effective. And I surveyed 245 small business owners and nerded out on the numbers to find this out. And both you and your business need your marketing to be effective. So this is one big step that you can take toward getting there.